Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Antonio Neves for YoungEntrepreneur.com, and right now I'm excited to be joined by Gentry Underwood. He's the CEO and co-founder of Mailbox. Thanks so much for joining me, man.
Thanks for having me.
So for people who don't know, Mailbox is a huge success already, but if you don't know, what is Mailbox?
Mailbox is a friendly, lightweight, simple way of checking email on your iPhone. Email is a part of our lives, whether we want it to be or not. And for the most part, on our phones, we have these mashed together desktop-like experiences of email that really aren't appropriate for what we want to do when we're checking mail on our phone.
So obviously you guys are doing something right because you've been extremely successful. I think a lot of people would know that you've been acquired by Dropbox. Or is that something you were anticipating so soon? How soon did that happen, that Dropbox said, hey guys, we want in?
Yeah, well, a startup is it's like a temporary business unit that's looking for a scalable business model. In our case, we were going after this idea that mobile email was ready to be reinvented. And when we launched the product, the response was very exciting, but also really scary in the sense that so many people wanted the product so quickly. You raise money, you still have to go and build a team. And in Silicon Valley right now, the challenges around finding engineering and design talent, it's an extremely competitive market. And we felt like we had stumbled into this massive, massive opportunity, and joining Dropbox gave us the chance to be more likely to succeed in actually taking that market rather than scaling up slowly and having the big guys come in and swallow it out from under us.
Well, the marketplace might deem this an overnight success, but I know for you guys, this was not an overnight success, correct?
No. Mailbox is the second attempt to solve this problem of people using email like a terrible to-do list. Everybody has stuff that they need to do trapped in their inbox. Mailbox is really the version 2.0 of this product, Orchestra To-Do, that we had launched a year before.
You guys had an interesting launch process that I witnessed firsthand. When I signed up to download Mailbox, I think I got an email or something that said I'm like 300,000 in the queue. I had to wait. Why did you guys go about doing your launch process this way and maybe set up a wait term for folks to get in?
When you have a website, you can go and you can sign up. Back when Gmail first came out, everybody had to get in line for that. For example, Pinterest, Spotify, a lot of web-based services have some form of a waiting list or a waiting period. But in that world, you're going to the place, so you don't mind putting your email address in and waiting for them to contact you when they're ready. Mailbox is an app, and so you go to the App Store and you download it, you bring it onto your phone. And people expect things that they bring onto their phone to work immediately. So for us, that created an interesting problem. How do you help people at least provide transparency in how long they're going to have to wait for while you scale the service? And that's what took us to this crazy idea of actually showing people their place in line. It was kind of the only data that we actually had of value. We didn't know how long people would have to wait. All we really knew is how many other people were going to get in ahead of you.
You've been in the entrepreneurship game for a long time, and I think a question we always hear when it comes to entrepreneurship is, what was your biggest failure? What did you learn from your failure? I'm more curious about the flip side of that. What are you learning from success? When all these eyeballs are on you and when you can't really hide, what's the challenge, if there is one, when you're dealing with so much success and you're in the light?
I think the hardest part about this most recent season has been how intense everything has gotten. It can be hard to back up and take the time and space to make thoughtful decisions. And so much of design is really being deliberate about the decisions that you make and trying to gather as much information as you can, whether it's a business or a product or a feature or a piece of marketing collateral. That process is the same. Since we've had this exponential growth curve around Mailbox, it seems like the world is speeding up, and it becomes much more difficult just to keep up with all the stuff kind of firing at you. And so I'm having to learn really quickly how to deal with a lot more coming at me than I ever have before.
Well, Gentry, thank you so much for joining me, man, and continued success to you. And for you guys out there, for more information and interviews on topics just like this, stay right here on YoungEntrepreneur.com.